Hi my angels, it's Hailey Reese and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here and I hope that you are having an absolutely magical morning, afternoon, or night, whatever it is for you when this video finally reaches you. Whew, you guys, today's video is one that I am so excited to film. I can't even put into words how excited I am to be filming this and sharing this with you guys because I need to know what you guys think is happening to my family and myself and the situations that we keep finding ourselves in. Things have gotten so beyond strange that I, even doing what I do, filming the videos I film, having had the experiences I've had, am at a total complete loss for words, and I am open to any and all theories, truly. If you guys have been on my channel at all recently, you may have seen the video that I filmed kind of explaining some of the really strange things that were happening within my mom's home, things that were so strange, so big, and so unexplainable that we actually started to believe that there could be the possibility of froggers within her home or within her property, which is essentially people who jump from home to home, going undetected, either like eating your food, drinking your water, etc. But if you've seen my update video on that, you would know that ever since they took like big and further precautions and whatnot, there hadn't been any like crazy activity that would lead anybody to believe that any human beings were within their home or within their property. That shouldn't be. Things had really settled down and we were always open to the idea that my mom's home could be in fact haunted. It is an older farmhouse, so that would make sense. But it wasn't until recently, within the past couple of weeks, that things have just gotten so strange again. But I don't feel as though it's related to any human beings or any froggers whatsoever. And I honestly have no idea what to make of these experiences. It is so beyond strange. Just buckle up. Now, I don't know if you could actually see my other dog. I have two of my dogs. Well, I only have two dogs. I have both my dogs in here with me right now. I have my dog Blue here, and then my dog Ace is up on the pillows. That's why they look all wonky. You'll likely see him moving throughout today's video. But I do want to give the disclaimer of some snoring that may or may not occur throughout today's video because Blue just gets so comfortable on this bed that she tends to snore her way through my videos whenever I allow her in here to film with me, so bear with me on that. But while we are on the topic of my beautiful, comfortable bed, I am so excited to let you guys know that today's video is sponsored by Helix. I can't even tell you how excited I am to not only be working with Helix, but to have a Helix mattress, because for the longest time we were in the market for a new good mattress, and Helix has always been at the very, very top of my list. Helix makes premium mattresses and bedding fit and customized to meet your personal needs and conveniently shipped straight to your front door. The biggest thing is everybody is different, and Helix definitely knows that. Which is why they made the sleep quiz to match your unique body type and sleeping preferences to make the perfect mattress for you. Helix truly has something for everyone, but better yet, if you do sleep with a partner, you can both take the sleep quiz to find the perfect mattress for you. Now, I personally sleep mostly on my side or on my back. I'm truly not much of a tummy sleeper. That is very rare for me. And based on our personal results, we were matched up with the Helix Midnight Luxe mattress, and we freaking love it. Honest to goodness, you guys, sponsorship completely aside, we've had our mattress for a couple of months now, and it has completely transformed our sleep. I honestly didn't even realize what I was lacking in my sleep and in my mattress until I got a Helix, and it just blew my mind. Now here's where it gets really great, because with your Helix sleep mattress, you do get a 100-night sleep trial and 10 years warranty. And not only that, there are also financing options and flexible payment plans. I personally truly believe that with a Helix mattress, you truly have to experience it, sleep in it, just to get the overall feel of how phenomenal it is. So I love that you do get over 3 months to try it out and decide if it's something that you truly love. And if it's not, the best part is they will come and pick it up and fully refund you. I also think it's really cool that your Helix is delivered straight to your front door for free in the US, might I add, and that it comes rolled up in a box, super easy to set up. Basically, overall, I truly love my Helix mattress, and I believe that you will love your Helix mattress too. So if you're in the market for a new mattress, I would definitely suggest checking out Helix. All you gotta do is head to helixsleep.com/Hailey Reese. I will have it conveniently linked at the very top of my description for up to $200 off your Helix sleep mattress and 2 free pillows. So make sure that you head to helixsleep.com/Hailey Reese. As mentioned, it will be linked at the very top of my description. And thank you so much to Helix for upping my sleep game, bringing me so much comfort and coziness, and for sponsoring today's video. But without further ado, let's get into this story time. Oh, you hear her snoring? Yeah, that's the Helix for you. Okay, so where I kind of want to begin with this is the fact that I have a sneaking suspicion majority of this could be Grams. And hear me out until the end, because just because it could be Grams doesn't make what's occurring any less strange or any less creepy. But I do want to say, I'm obviously not 100% certain as to whether or not it's Grams, but that's why Grams will be included. So let's kind of backtrack for a moment here, because strange things have always been happening in my mom's house, even aside from like what we thought was the people and things of that nature. Almost every single time that my mom thinks about my grandma or talks to my grandma or asks for a sign from my grandma, this one bird comes up to the window and begins like repeatedly banging off of the window until my mom will say something along the lines of, "Okay, Mom, I get it, thanks for the sign," and then the bird just like flies off la-di-dying. That's obviously not creepy, that's actually very beautiful, but I'm including it because it's been very apparent to all of us that Grams is around constantly. So many strange things have happened that we can only attribute to Grams. Despite like the certain hauntings that I've been experiencing here in my home and my mom in her home as well, there are just certain things that I know are not my Grams, and then others that I am certain are my Grams, and then a few that I question, right? I had 2 specific necklaces when I was younger that I felt as though were magic. There was something about them, I truly believed they had magical powers, and Grams always entertained that for me as well. And who knows, they very well may have. I may have been channeling into that energy, but they were so special to me. Now, I still have one of them, but I was thinking the other day about another one, and I was thinking about how much I wish that I had it, and how I want to get back into even more of my spiritual side. I'm a very spiritual person, obviously, but I want to include even more spiritual practices into my life. So on this specific day, I was literally thinking about that. Flash forward to later in that evening, I receive a message from my mom completely confused because on the kitchen table was that necklace. Like, I say this out loud and it sounds absolutely crazy, and I am so well aware of that. But my mom didn't even know that I was thinking of that necklace or that that was even a thought within my mind. Actually, in fact, nobody within that home knew, because my uncle lives there, my stepdad lives there, my mom's there, and then sometimes my nephew is often there as well. But nobody knew. So my jaw completely dropped, and I told my mom that I'd actually been thinking about said necklace and that I was talking to like myself about how I want to be more spiritual, XYZ, and my mom called me and FaceTimed me actually and showed me how she had actual goosebumps all over her body because it was unexplainable as to where that necklace had came from. She hadn't seen it since I was a kid, or how it ended up on the kitchen table dead smack in the middle of the table. Now that's obviously very strange, but can't be attributed to a human because there's no way that anybody A, knew I was looking for that necklace, or thinking about it rather, or B, that it would end up there when nobody had touched it, or C, if you were thinking Froggers, that they would even have any idea of the significance of said necklace and had thought to have placed it on the table. But things got weirder. So then let's backtrack for a moment here, because this is absolutely wild and gives me chills. So on Grams's birthday, we all got together at my mom's house, obviously, and we did a meal of like all of Grams's favorite things. And one thing that I had requested was something that my grandma used to always make for me. It was like a broccoli, cheese, almost like braid. It was like, it's made out of crescent rolls and you braid over it, whatever. And it is one of my absolute favorite things. So my mom went through like all of my grandma's recipes and she couldn't find the recipe anywhere. So she's like, I'm just gonna have to Google it, get one that's similar, and wing it. And I was like, oh man, like it's never gonna be the same, because my grandma used to always write on these little cards all of her recipes and stuff, like so cute. So my mom was like, sorry, Hales, like I looked everywhere that could possibly be, can't find it, so we're gonna have to wing it. Needless to say, it didn't hit the same. And at dinner, I made a joke, which this is my dark humor, it's okay, my grandma would think it was funny. I made a joke saying like, the audacity of Grams to die with that recipe in her vault. Like now I will never have that broccoli braid ever again. And she just had to go in and leave me without even leaving one of my favorite recipes. So I'm making that joke. We're all laughing and we're having a good giggle about it. And we move on from that, okay? So that was back in July. So let's flash forward a little bit again. I hope you guys are following. I know sometimes with these stories I jump all over the place. So I go over to see my mom, stepdad, and my uncle, and we're all sitting around the table and we're talking about all of my upcoming things that I have planned, like 31 days of Halloween, 25 days of Reese-mas, XYZ. And I said, you know, this year I am committing for like Reese-mas to do it once again on both channels every single day and like almost revive Daily Hailey. And I was saying to my mom and uncle how this year I really feel we have to do the Reese family baking, even though that was grandma's thing. She orchestrated that. She got excited about that. So that's why last year we didn't do it. But then my uncle went on to say, dang it, like why can't we find like the recipe book of all of her actual like Christmas baking stuff? Because my Grams had very specific recipes and she would often alter them and then like re-alter them on the card. So even if it's a very generic recipe, she would play around with ingredients and then the actual recipe book would have recipes that were completely different, obviously. So we were talking about how much it sucks that we can't find that recipe book anywhere, how great it would be if we could actually, you know, even though she's not here, implement her actual recipes. A couple of days go by, my uncle calls me, freaking the heck out, like freaking out. And this is my uncle, if you've been on my channel for a while, who didn't used to believe in the unbelievable. On the kitchen table, in the center of the kitchen table, he found my grandma's Christmas recipe book. I cannot make this up. In the middle of the table or the island, I can't remember which one he said, but in the kitchen, he randomly finds my grandma's recipe book. So now we're all freaked out because not only were they searching for all of her recipes and stuff and trying to find them all, but he had just spoken about how we wish we had her Christmas one, and the Christmas one shows up. So we basically call a family meeting over the phone, and I asked everyone, I'm like, you're not messing with me, you're not messing with my head. You guys swear this recipe book appeared out of nowhere, and none of you found it, none of you put it anywhere, and it was only us who had said conversation. Nobody had found it, nobody had touched it, and it just appeared out of nowhere. So then I go on to say, you guys, and I'm not even kidding you on this, I said, dang it, now we just have to find that braid recipe. Come on, we could find it. A couple of days later, my mom finds just the singular card for the broccoli recipe, the broccoli braid. Like, what? How does that even make sense that these things are all appearing, that we're all talking about, which is why I believe it could be Graham. But don't worry, it gets even stranger. So my mom was in the kitchen and my nephew was in the other room doing whatever, he's young. And my mom hears what almost sounded like for a second, my grandma's giggle along with another adult like voice kind of talking. So she hears it coming from where my nephew is. So she's like, what? Is he watching one of Hailey's old videos? Because sometimes he'll watch back some of my videos with Grams. He called her Gigi. And my mom's like, oh, is it like one of Hailey's videos? And Grams is laughing and then there's another voice in it. A couple of voices actually. My mom goes into the room that my nephew was supposed to be playing in. And my nephew's not even there. He's now outside with his grandpa, with Papa, my stepdad. So I was like, what the heck? When my mom told me that, she's like, Hailey, I feel like I'm going crazy with everything that's been going on. I literally feel like I'm going crazy. Flash forward to they've been hearing footsteps in the house again, but again, we don't feel it's anything related to do with a human. So now I'm like, is it just Grams? Or is it multiple spirits? Or is it just another spirit? Guys, is that not so strange? Like, I know these aren't the most like dramatic things to have ever happened, but put yourself in our shoes and imagine the sequence of events. And it's not like they weren't searching for these things. The only thing that has turned up that nobody was searching for was that necklace. And that's even creepier to me because nobody knew about the necklace that I'd been thinking about it. I hadn't even thought about the necklace in quite literally years. So now we're at a loss for words as to what could be going on. The light sensors in their house, like they have in their hallways and whatnot, when you walk down the hallway, the light will turn on. The light sensors have been going on and off. It's almost like it's all kind of picking back up again, but this time it's not so physical. Because if you remember back like a couple months ago, like the alcohol was disappearing and the water was going down and just like all this stuff that led them to believe that it was people rather than paranormal. She's snoring like crazy. But that is like basically where we're currently at. I always like to update you guys along the way when strange things happen or continue to happen, because I feel as though I get so many comments asking, is there any update? Is there any update? So I hope that you guys enjoy that I tell them to you kind of in real time, and that I don't wait till it's like a big, massive, crazy thing. Definitely let me know how you prefer my story time videos, or if you like them in real time, or if you like these chit-chatty videos. But that's basically where we're at. We're all incredibly freaked out. Even my uncle, who, like I said, didn't used to believe in the unbelievable, is now questioning and is like, this is strange. This doesn't make any sense. And it's just eerie that it's things that we talk about or think about and then suddenly it happens. Same thing with the bird. Like, it's just, I think it's incredible. If it's Graham's doing this, like, how cool, how sweet of her to like come in clutch and bring me that broccoli braid recipe and the Christmas cookbook, basically. Like, I think that's so beautiful, but it is a little eerie nonetheless. But thank you, Grams. I don't think that you had the audacity anymore. That's basically it for today's storytime video. I know it was all over the place, but I just love sharing my life with you guys, and my life gets pretty crazy. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Definitely don't hesitate to let me know in the comment section below what you think could be going on. Do you think we're crazy? Let me know. I'm open to hearing it. And that is it for today's video. Once again, I would just absolutely love to thank Helix for sponsoring this video. As I mentioned, you can head to helixsleep.com/Hailey Reese. It will be linked at the very top of my description for up to $200 off your Helix sleep mattress and 2 free pillows, which, like I said, the mattress is phenomenal, but the pillows are just as great. Truly, wholeheartedly, sponsorship aside, I absolutely love Helix, so thank you so much for partnering. If you guys are new to my channel or you are just not yet subscribed, but you do enjoy my content, I would seriously love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. We are very quickly approaching 31 days of Halloween, which is where I essentially upload every single day back to back for 31 days. We're going on haunted adventures. I've got some crazy cases to cover. It is going to be a wild ride, and truly the best 31 days of Halloween since the beginning, I'd say. So there's something nostalgic about the first one. I don't think I'll ever top it, but this is gonna be a good one. So make sure that you're subscribed if you enjoy my spooky content, because spooky season is here. Why did I just say that like an advertisement? Spooky season is here. Oh, and I'm also uploading every day in December, so lots of content coming. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until next time, I love you. Bye, guys.